Hello everyone once again and welcome to IU East Women's Basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Kyle Wright. This afternoon the IU East Women's Basketball team is in Batavia, Ohio to play the University of Cincinnati Clermont College. The Red Wolves are 10-7, the Cougars are 4-12. Last time out, the Red Wolves, they are coming off of a 95-81 loss against the University of Rio Grande yesterday at home. IU East has won 4 of their last 5 games, with those wins all being on the road. Freshman guard Mackenzie Campbell leads IU East right now with 15.2 points per game. And IU East's game against UC Clermont is the Red Wolves' first contest against a United States Collegiate Athletic Association opponent. Taking a look at the opposing team, the University of Cincinnati Clermont Cougars, they've lost its last 5 games, including a 76-71 setback against St. Mary of the Woods College on January 8th. UC Clermont is 31st in the USCAA Division II National Power Ratings. The Cougars are 0-5 against opponents from the NAIA this season. Tess Janicki, a 5'8 guard, leads UC Clermont and is 4th at the USCAA with 21.2 points per game. Clermont has also taken more three-point attempts than any other team in the USCAA Division II. Taking a look at the Red Wolves in the rankings, IU East right now 8th in the nation in points per game, 13th in the nation in defensive three-point field goal percentage allowed, and 17th in the nation in free throw percentage. Mackenzie Campbell is 6th in the NAIA in free throw percentage and 23rd in the NAIA in three-point field goal percentage. Kerrigan Ehoff 38th in the nation in free throw percentage, and Bailey Dryman 46th in the NAIA in total assists and 47th in the nation in assists per game. So Kyle, here at the University of Cincinnati Clermont, inside the Student Events Center, what do you expect to see in this matchup between the Red Wolves and the Cougars?
Probably a whole bunch of three-pointers. You mentioned UC Clermont leads the division that they play in the number of three-pointers they've attempted. IU East over the last several games, they're usually good to attempt about 20 three-pointers a game as well. So it looks like it'll be maybe a long-distance shooting contest. Whoever can hit more of those will have a bit of an advantage in this one. So look to see a lot of long-distance shooting, and I hate to say it, but I hope it's a quick one. Those of you watching at home, as you know, looks like some very poor weather bearing down. So if we can get done quickly, ideally get done victoriously, and get home ahead of the weather that looks like it's coming in, then that'll be a good day all around.
Now, do you think after yesterday's conference loss, coming here to Cincinnati today, do you think that's going to give the Red Wolves a little more want-to win this game today?
It's always tough to play back-to-back. If for no other reason you don't have as much time to scout the opponent. Obviously, physically speaking, the rest of the team's always going to have an advantage. Just a chance to get the level of play back to maybe where the coaches wanted. I think the coaches were hoping, obviously you want the win, but it just seemed like the Red Wolves, their level of play wasn't as high overall as Rio Grande. Rio was taller than I think we've played in a while, played a little faster, which I don't mean that in terms of foot speed, but in terms of the speed at which they executed their stuff. I think that was a little different than what we'd been accustomed to in the last few games, and it took really a full half to get accustomed to it. So now gotten a taste of that. I mean, the Red Wolves did outscore Rio Grande in the second half yesterday, so you got to figure their level of play was raised. So you're looking to keep that maintained level of raised level of play all throughout hopefully the 40 minutes of this contest. And then instead of going into the coming week, the Red Wolves don't play again, I believe, until the 17th. So instead of having a whole week with a loss to chew on, get a taste of victory before going into the next game, which I believe is the 17th at IU Kokomo.
All right, well, taking a look at the kayak division, of course, a 95-81 loss yesterday for the Red Wolves, which changed some things around in the kayak conference. Right now, Point Park ranked 25th, now 3-1, 14-2 on the season. Rio Grande in second, IU East in third, Carlo in fourth with a 1-3 record in the conference, and IU Kokomo rounds out the conference with an 0-2 conference record and 5-10 on the season. In the South Division, Midway leads 1-0 record in the conference, 5-8 on the season. 21st ranked Asbury in second with a 3-1 conference record. IU Southeast in third, Alice Lloyd in fourth, Cincinnati Christian in fifth, and Brusha rounds out the kayak conference with an 0-2 record and a 6-9 overall season record. We'll take a quick break and come back with the starting lineups here on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Off set to tip the ball for the Red Wolves, along with, looks like, number 20. That's going to be Lydia Jordan, the 5'7" freshman. And we are ready to go here, playing IU East women's basketball against the Cincinnati Clermont Cougars. Tips off, and it's going to be recovered by Mackenzie Campbell. Campbell has the ball, is going to pass over to Kristen Miller. Inside the lane to Dryman. Trying to get somebody open. Finds Kristen Miller, who's going to take it and lay it up. Will come up short, and it's rebounded by the Cougars, but Kerrigan Ehoff able to get a steal and lay it in. A 2-0 lead for the Red Wolves. On the other end of the floor, there's a shot by number 21. That's Tess Jenicky. And it's going to be a shot there by her also. Ties the game up at 2. Kenzie Campbell with the ball right now for the Red Wolves. Brings the ball over to the right corner with Kristen Miller. She's going to take it to the lane, pass off to Niehoff. Back over to the right corner to Dryman. Dryman puts up a short jumper inside the arc and is rebounded by Tia King. And it's going to be tied up, and it'll be Cougars basketball off the jump ball. 19:01 to play here in the first half. It's all tied up at 2.
Red Wolves going to the press early, and we see the press a lot from the Red Wolves, but usually not this early, so probably clearly looking to get a quick start in this one.
Mackenzie Campbell from three-point range has the ball right now and picks up her dribble, passes off to Tia King. It's going to give it to Kristen Miller over to the right side. We'll come back out to three-point range and pass to Kerrigan Niehoff. Niehoff takes it to the lane, passes out to Mackenzie Campbell. Takes it to the lane, just inside the lane, puts one up, and it's rebounded by Niehoff. So the foul is going to be on number 13, Marie Lawson. That's her first, team's first on the Cougars. Kenzie Campbell with the ball. Bailey Dryman has it now. Passes inside to Niehoff. It's going to be tipped out of bounds in Cougar basketball. Ball inbound with number 13. That's Marie Lawson. Shot clock at 25 when they get it across. Cross-court pass to Lawson. And there's a shot by number 20. That's Lydia Jordan. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. Mackenzie Campbell brings the ball up to 4 for IU East. Over to the right corner with Miller. Takes it back out of the free throw line. 3-point shot by Campbell. It's good. 5-2 lead for the Red Wolves. Right now, this full court press giving the Cougars problems trying to get the ball across half court, and they're going to throw it out of bounds. With 23 left on the shot clock, it'll be IU East basketball at the just past the half court line of the backcourt.
Already 5 combined turnovers in this game. Both teams, I'm sure, wanting to clean that up post haste.
trying to give it to Niehoff, but didn't catch the pass. Lydia Jordan took advantage of that. Lawson with the ball, gives it to Jenicky. She'll put up a shot. This one falls now 4-5. Red Wolves still have the lead.
Jenicky with 4 already. No one's really slowed her down all year. If you're IU East, just want to limit the damage or do some damage on the other end like Bailey Dryman just did.
And the foul's going to be on number 5. That's Kelsey Finn, her first, team second on the Cougars. It's going to put Bailey Dryman at the line to shoot 1. With a 7-4 lead for the Red Wolves, this free throw increases that lead to a 4-point lead, 8-4. And the ball is inbounded to Jordan, but a foul called on Mackenzie Campbell.
Mackenzie was in foul trouble real early yesterday. If you're IU East, Mackenzie's your leading scorer. Obviously want to make sure that doesn't happen today.
Cougars bring the ball up the floor. Right now, IU East not putting much full court pressure on that play. 17-10 to play here of the first half. Ball over with Jenicky on the left wing. Spin move takes it to the lane. Shot from the right elbow. This one's off the mark. Rebounded by Miller. Kristen Miller with the ball. Now Campbell has it on top of the key. Over to Tia King. Pass inside to Mackenzie Campbell. She's going to take this to the basket, put it up. She'll go to the line for 2 as well. Still an 8-4 lead for the Red Wolves. And the foul is on number 23, and that's Brooke Cataro, her first, team's third on Cincinnati. And there's going to be a timeout, IU East. And it'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break. IU East leads 8-4 with 16:47 to play in the first half. We'll be right back with more women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
Hello, I'm Caleb Gillock, the host of Inside IUE Sports, a show where we talk with coaches, players, and other guests about what's happening with IUE's athletics.
In the top 100 high school seniors.
Last year we were fortunate enough to do a variety of things on the track and then off to be able to be considered.
Make sure to join us on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. on WETV Channel 20. And welcome back to Batavia, Ohio, inside the Students Event Center. Right now the Red Wolves have an 8-4 lead over the Cougars. Mackenzie Campbell's going to go to the line to shoot 2 after Coach Selhorst just took a full timeout after Campbell was fouled. But Campbell, the second free throw shooter of the day for IU East. And the first free throw for the freshman from Rushville falls. And it makes it 9-4. Red Wolves 2 of 2 at the line today. Chance to make it 3 of 3 right here, and she does. 10-4, 6-point lead for the Red Wolves. And a trap there in the corner, stolen by Dryman. Pass over to Miller, shot by Campbell, 12-4. Pass down on the floor to number 15. That's Mackenzie Carrington, who put up a shot, no good, and Red Wolves have the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds here at half court. And it's going to stay Cougar basketball.
Just noticed, Caleb, Clermont's only got 7 players actually suited up today. They have 10 on their roster, so I didn't think numbers were going to be an issue. But they just made their first subs, and I noticed, hey, that's everyone. They put in 2 and sat 2. They got 1 person in street clothes, 1 person keeping stats. So that's probably one reason for the press for IU East, even if it's not effective in of itself, probably trying to wear down the 7-player roster.
16-10 to play in the first half. Out of bounds off of the Red Wolves, so it's going to be Clermont ball. Finn with the ball, drives it to the lane, put a shot up, rebounded by the Red Wolves. Tia King with the layup. It's going to be tipped out of bounds and stays IU East basketball. Bailey Dryman will inbound for IU East. 12-4, 15:57 to play. Kristen Miller was open, but was unable to find her. Inbounds pass goes to number 21, Tess Janicki, and she's going to miss this one.
Nice hustle by Mackenzie Campbell to rush things enough that it caused the missed shot.
Driving off to King. King puts a shot up, missed it, and it's going to be tied up on the floor. It'll be IU East basketball. Still 12-4, 15:41 to play. King inbounding the ball. Finds Campbell. Shot by Campbell. It is short. And rebounded by the Cougars. Pass over to the right side with Lawson. And the pass from Malone to Lawson and a one-handed shot makes it 12-6.
First points for Lawson.
15:04 to play, and a shot over on the left side by Miller for three makes it 15-6. Yeah, there's whistle on the floor. Going to reset the shot clock to 30. 14:54 to play here in the first half, and a timeout taken by Clermont. So it's a full timeout. We'll take a break and be right back on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
And welcome back to IU East women's basketball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. A timeout just taken by the Cougars. Their first timeout of the game. Both teams have taken one timeout. The Red Wolves lead 15-6 with 14:51 to play here in the first half. And here's going to be a shot fake by number 15, Carrington. And ball out top with Janicki. Malone with the ball, trying to get inside the lane, but Tia King and Bailey Dryman were able to get the steal there. And a pass off to Mackenzie Bowles, who's going to pass back out to Dryman. Across the court to Miller and finds Bowles. Bowles with a fake, goes right. Back out to Miller. Dryman with the ball out on top of the key, fakes left, goes right, passes off to Miller. A pass inside to Niehoff. She's open, is going to put this one up and missed, rebounded by Carrington. And a missed layup there by Malone, rebounded by the Red Wolves. Niehoff with the ball, gives it to Dryman. Miller with the ball, goes to the left, passes out to King. King puts up the three. This one's short. And rebounded by the Cougars. Three-point shot by Janicki, no good. After it goes off the top of the backboard, it's going to be IU East basketball. And a couple subs for the Cougars. It's going to be Lydia Jordan back in, along with Brooke Cotaro. Easy for me to say. 13:34 to play here in the first half. Miller inbounds the ball to Packer. Brooke Packer, a 5'11 freshman from West Harrison, Indiana. Dryman with the ball and trying to find Kinsey Seiler, but it's going to be out of bounds. Cotaro inbounding the ball for the Cougars. Finds Jordan and down the floor to Carrington. Back out to Cotaro. Janicki over to Cotaro on the right side of the floor. And a pass inside to Malone. She's trying to take it to the basket, but this is going to be called a foul on Bailey Dryman.
Her first, team second.
Still 13:02 to play here in the first half. A 15-6 lead for the Red Wolves. Janicki with the ball, takes it down the right side of the lane, a short jumper, and that makes it 15-8.
Janicki's got 6 of those for UC Clermont. A very nice player. You can see why she averages more than 20 points a game.
Miller with the ball, takes it down the left side of the lane, lays this one in, and one for Miller. 17-8. So Kristen Miller will go to the line for her first time this afternoon. The foul was on number 23, Brooke Guttaro. That's her second. Yeah, the free throw was good for Kristen Miller. Red Wolves shooting 4 of 4 at the free throw line in today's game. Jordan with the ball, stolen by Miller. She brings it down the floor, lays this one up right-handed, 20-8.
Kristen already 8 points in this one.
Shot from the right elbow by Janicki makes it 20-10.
I'd like to see if the Red Wolves can make Janicki go left. I think all of her points have come moving to the right. Maybe she can. We haven't seen it yet, but she's definitely proven she can go right. Let's see if she can do it the other way.
Brooke Packer with the ball, passes out to Seiler on top. Kinsey Campbell, the handoff and a layup on the right side, 22-10. Kinsey Campbell already has 11 points in today's game. A couple subs coming in for the Red Wolves. It's going to be Caitlin Dobbins and Daisha Boyd. Sub in for the Cougars as well. Kelsey Finn, the 5'7" sophomore from Cincinnati, back in. 11:45 to play here in the first half. King with the ball. Passes inside to Boyd. And King trying to go up, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Still IU East basketball. Tia King inbounding the ball for the Red Wolves. Daisha Boyd takes it to the lane, puts this one up. Almost gets her own rebound, but Caitlin Dobbins there. She's going to go to the line to shoot two. The foul is on the Cougars' number 24. That's Caitlin Buemi. That's her first, team's fifth. And the first free throw for Dobbins was no good. Here's the second one. This one up and in. 23-10 here in Batavia, Ohio.
Red Wolves, you can tell, are going to try to take advantage of their depth. They've got 10 players available to Clermont's 7, as Mackenzie Campbell's probably going to get her second foul there. And in the situations where they have had, on paper, more depth than the other team, the home Wilberforce game, the other notable occasion, they've definitely just run people in and out. And that Wilberforce game, it played out to the Red Wolves' advantage in the second half. And even though IU East has a lead already, definitely want to be in good position for whatever happens in the second half.
Shot by Lawson. Makes it 23-12. Pass off to Daisha Boyd. She scores 25-12. Boyd's first basket in the game. Pass down the floor to number 24, Caitlin Buemi. She wasn't there to catch the pass, so it was out of bounds Red Wolf basketball. And Kelsey Janicki, or Tess Janicki, excuse me, back in for the Cougars.
IU East has already forced 6 turnovers by the Cougars. Only problem is the Red Wolves have 7 of their own. So if the Red Wolves can clean it up a bit on their end and keep the turnovers coming, as I jinxed that one, but that could really help them add to this lead.
Here's Lawson. It's going to be kicked out of here by Mackenzie Campbell.
Sign her up for the soccer team if we start one. Wow.
25-12 with 10:38 to play in the first half. And that's going to be a foul on the Red Wolves. This one is going to go against,
I think, Dobbins. I know it looked like 52.
Yeah.
You mentioned you dealt with some other officials where the hand signals were transposed. So,
yeah. That's always fun if you're sitting at the scores table. Still 25-12. The foul was on Caitlin Dobbins, her first, team's fourth on the Red Wolves, and a basket there.
Ten already for Janicki after that follow.
Dobbins with the ball, trying to get a turnaround there, but it's rebounded by the Cougars. Janicki going right. Daisha Boyd trying to keep her from going right, but out of place on defense. She was able to get a hand on the ball. The Red Wolves were able to get the steal. Here's Brooke Packer bringing the ball down and lays this one up. No good. Rebounded by Daisha Boyd. No foul. She gets her own rebound, puts it up again, and scores. Go. 27-14. The Red Wolves with a 13-point lead right now. The largest lead of the game. 9:33 to play in the first half as Kerrigan Niehoff comes back in for the Red Wolves and Mackenzie Carrington back in for the Cougars. Lawson inbounding the ball for the Cougars. And Tia King with the steal brings the ball down the floor, goes up right. No foul on the play. And taken away by number 5, Kelsey Finn. Cougars are able to get the ball across half court at 21 on the shot clock. Now down to 15, ball with Carrington. And a foul on Brooke Packer. It's the Red Wolves' 5th team foul, and that's going to be Packer's first. And Bailey Dryman and Mackenzie Bowles both back in for the Red Wolves. They're going to relieve Daisha Boyd and Brooke Packer. Still 27-14 with 9:05 to play here in the first half. Finn inbounding the ball, finds Carrington. Over to the right side with Janicki. Back, a little spin move, and passes off to Lawson, who puts up the 3. This one's long and picked up by Bailey Dryman. Steal there is foul on the Red Wolves.
I believe they're going to say that's on Tia King, and if it is, that'd be her first. Team
Foul.
6th.
Foul is on Tia King. As you mentioned, her first, team 6th on the Red Wolves. 8:40 to play here in the first half. Ball over with Jordan, and she missed a shot, rebounded by the Red Wolves. Mackenzie Bowles with the short jumper. This one goes long. Bailey Dryman tries to save it. And goes sliding across the floor. It's still out of bounds. Cougar basketball. And Dryman with the steal. Tries to take it to the lane. 3-point shot from the right side by King. It's going to be off the mark and be out of bounds off the Red Wolves. (27-14), 8:14 to play here at the Student Events Center at the University of Cincinnati Clermont. Shot clock at 26, trying to get the ball across half court. And down to Carrington, a little bit of a shot fake, and now over to Finn. Finn puts one up from inside the free throw line, rebounded by Niehoff. And that's going to be a foul on Lydia Jordan, her first, team 6th on the Cougars. Tia King Passed over to Dryman, who brings the ball down the floor. Pass over to the right corner with Dobbins. A three-point shot goes long. It's going to be alternating possession. It'll be Clermont basketball, and the ball inbounded to Carrington. It's going to be out of bounds, IU East basketball. Driving inbounds to King, who crosses the half-court line. Goes over to the left side. Mackenzie Bowles open, but cuts down low. Niehoff takes the ball to the basket, puts a layup in there, but that's going to be on Tia King. It'll be her second, team seventh. We're on the Red Wolves, and that puts the Cougars in the bonus. Still 27-14 with 7:24 to play. And that puts Lawson at the line for the Cougars, the first free throw shooter in the game. And it's going to be off the back of the rim, rebounded by Niehoff. Mackenzie Bowles lays this one in, 29-14. And coming in for the Cougars is Maggie Malone. Mackenzie Bowles with the ball and trying to pass to Dryman, it looks like, but Dryman up there to catch the ball. Pass down the floor to Jenicky and almost stolen away by the Red Wolves. This is going to be in jump ball, and it's going to be to the Red Wolves. Red Wolves up by 15 here with 6:55 to play. Pass down low to Dobbins, back out to Bowles. Kristen Miller with the ball out on top of the key right now. Takes it left. Back to Dobbins, puts up a three. This one falls, 32-14.
4 points now for Dobbins after that three-pointer. Had a free throw earlier.
And there's going to be a full timeout taken here by Cincinnati Clermont. So the Red Wolves lead 32-14, their largest lead of the game. We'll be right back with more women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
This is where a busy mom can work toward a bachelor's degree from a top national university during softball practice. It's where a service member can continue his college studies from anywhere in the world, and where you'll benefit from one of the country's most effectively delivered online programs.
Woohoo!
So, if you've ever wondered if a college education is really worth it, this is where you'll see that it is. This is Indiana University East Online.
East women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Right now, the Red Wolves up by 18, a 32-14 lead right now here at the University of Cincinnati Clermont. The largest lead for the Red Wolves, and still 6:31 to play here in the first half. The Red Wolves missing some shots and stuff right now, but still everything going in their way right now, Kyle.
It is. Clermont, outside of Jenicky, she seems to be their proven threat, but the Red Wolves using their 10 available players to kind of wear down the, I was wrong, there's actually 8 available for Clermont, and it's been a gradual thing. I don't think there's been a 10-0 run in 30 seconds or anything like that, just gradually wearing away at them, and the lead's been growing pretty much from the opening tip.
Over to the right side with Carrington, who puts up a three. This one off the back of the rim, rebounded by Finn. And taking to the basket was Guittaro. Shot was missed. And here's Mackenzie Bowles going left. She's going to be fouled. It'll be on the floor. And this foul goes against the Cougars' number 11, which is Maggie Malone. That's her first, team's 7th. So 32-14 with 5:57 to play here in the first half. The Red Wolves have the lead. Mackenzie Bowles at the line to shoot. And the first one up and in for Bowles, the 5'10 freshman from LaPel. Chance to increase the lead here to 20 if Bowles will make the free throw. Second free throw up and in makes it 34-14.
4 points for Mackenzie and 8 points for LaPel High School graduates today. Caitlin Dobbins also with 4.
Here's Jenneke. She's going to take a shot from just inside the left elbow and come up short. Over to Dobbins, another 3, and this one off the back of the rim and rebounded by Cataro. Ball down the right side of the floor, finds Jenneke, puts this one in from the block, 34-16.
Looks like she can function on the left side too. She's got 12 points.
Out top with Dryman. And a pass inside to Niehoff. Turnaround, puts this one up, no good, and rebounded by the Cougars. Niehoff has only taken 2 shots today, 0 for 2 in field goal range. And that's going to be a missed shot by number 23, Brooke Cataro, from three-point lane. And the foul is actually going to be called here on Kerrigan Niehoff. That's her first. Team's 8th on the Red Wolves. So Brooke Packer comes back in for IU East. That puts Jenneke at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First free throw up and in. 34-17 with 4:53 to go here in the first half. Here's the second free throw. This one goes up and in as well.
Jenneke's got 14 of the 18 for the Cougars.
Brooke Packer, a little off-balance shot, and it's going to be missed, rebounded by the Cougars. Wait to see who the foul's on here for the Red Wolves.
I think there's a quick signal on Kinsey Seiler, which would be her first.
And it is on Seiler, her first. Team's 9th on the Red Wolves. That puts Carrington at the line to shoot 1-and-1. First free throw for Carrington. It's good. 34-19 with 4:45 to play. Second free throw up off the back of the rim. Pass over to Miller on the right wing. A three-point shot was missed, and a foul on the play after the shot. Puts Kinsey Seiler at the line to shoot a 1-and-1, but the foul is on number 23, Brooke Cataro. That's her third. Team's 8th on the Cougars. First free throw for Seiler is good. And with that free throw, the Red Wolves are now shooting 4 of 8 at the line. Or that's three-point range. Sorry, my bad. That's going to be 8 of 9. I was going to say, I thought they were shooting a little bit better from free throw range than that, but 36-19. 4:28 to play. It's going to be out of bounds in Cougar basketball. Ball inbounds to Jordan. And Carrington brings the ball down the floor. Passes to Jenicky, defended by Seiler. Almost tripped away there by Packer. And pass down the floor to Miller from Seiler. Takes this one up, a right-handed shot, 38-19.
Miller with 10 points, first player to hit double figures for the Red Wolves.
38-19, 4:05 to play. The ball's going to be out of bounds. And it's IU East basketball underneath their own basket. Dobbins out top open. Jenicky playing several feet away from her. Here's Dobbins. Throws inside to Boyd. Boyd goes up. She'll go to the line to shoot two. And the foul is on number 11. That's Malone. It'll be her second. Team's ninth on the Cougars. And Lodia Jordan still hasn't gotten up off the floor after the play there. So 19 fouls on both teams right now. The Red Wolves still up 38-19 with 4:01 to play. And Trainer over there right now with Lydia Jordan.
Presumably a leg. I haven't seen them specifically grab anything, a foot or a knee. Have you?
I haven't either.
What they're, again, I have zero medical experience. They're almost acting like it's a cramp, which, having had my share, is definitely enough to knock you out for a while. But also, that said, usually not serious. So let's hope it's something on that spectrum.
So right now, the Red Wolves still with a 19-point lead. And Jordan up now. Go back to the training room. And Boyd at the line to shoot two. Boyd has 4 points in today's game off of 2 of 4 shooting from field goal range. Here's the first free throw. This one up and in, 39-19. Another free throw by Boyd. Red Wolves have definitely shown up at the line in this game, 40-19. Ball right here in front of us at midcourt. Finn with the ball, takes it left on top of the key, finds Jenicky. And that's going to be a foul on the Red Wolves and put Jenicky at the line for two. And the foul is going to be on Kristen Miller. It's her first, team's 10th on the Red Wolves. Everyone that's been in the game for the Red Wolves besides Bowles and Boyd have at least one foul.
But well distributed, no one with more than two, which is a good thing.
Both free throws good for Jenicky. She is 4 of 4 at the line.
And 16 points total for her.
Going to be out of bounds at the baseline. It'll be IU East basketball. Dobbins out on top of the key right now for the Red Wolves. Ball inbounded to Boyd over on the left side. Working around to Dobbins. Finds Miller. Back to Boyd. Over to Packard on the right wing. Takes it to the lane. Passes off to Boyd. A short jumper. This one's in. 42-21. Boyd now with 8 points in the game. Take her left-handed, please. 3:10 to go here in the first half, and a foul on the Red Wolves. This one's going to go against, looks like Kinsey Seiler again.
And that is her second, and double bonus for the rest of the half for the Cougars.
So 42-21. The Red Wolves up by 21. Jenneke at the line to shoot 2. Here's the first one. First one up and in makes it a 20-point game, 42-22. Five of 5 at the free throw line for the 5'8" senior. Make that 6 of 6.
And 18 points total. Very impressive half.
Three-point shot by Seiler. Comes up short, and it's going to be out of bounds. Said that Jenneke has 18 points out of the 23. I don't know that I've had 18 combined in all my seasons, let alone one game, all but 5 of the points.
There's a sectional girls basketball game I covered many, many years ago, but it was two 4A teams in Lafayette, both very good teams. One player had 37 of 41 points for her team.
Wow.
And it was a good team, just the other girls on her team just very nervous that night, and that particular one player had to do it all. And they almost won. It was 45-41.
Oh, wow. Basket there by Boyd, 44-23. Jenneke with the ball over to number 11, Malone, and she takes it to the basket. No good. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. Pass inside to Boyd. She gets out of the lane, back to Dryman. Inside to Seiler, puts this one up and falls off the rim. She gets her own rebound for the putback. (46-23), up by 23 with a minute 37 to go in the first half. Carrington with the ball. And Bailey Dryman trying to get the steal from Finn, but picked off by Boyd. She'll bring the ball down the left side of the floor. She's going to pass over to Dryman, who gets a hand on it, but it's going to go out of bounds with a minute 20 to play. And Brooke Packer comes back in for IU East. Kenzie Bowles guarding the inbound pass. Lawson with the ball. Goes back left. Pass inside to Malone, who will score. And that makes it 46-25. Tryman over to Bowles. Back out to Packer. It's going to be an illegal screen on the Red Wolves. And that's going to be on Kenzie Seiler.
It's her third. Let's see if Coach Selhorst leaves her in. I see a sub getting ready to check in. Presumably that'll be for her.
Caitlin Dobbins comes in for Kenzie Seiler. Still trying to get the ball across half court. It's at 23 on the clock. Right now about a 21-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock in the first half. And stolen away by the Red Wolves. Bailey Dryman will bring it down, lay it in, make it 48-25. Ball inbounds over to the steal by Dryman, gives it to Bowles, who will score, make it 50-25. Over to Malone, but not in time to get a shot off, and that brings the first half to a close. The Red Wolves lead by 25, 50-25 going into the locker room at halftime. Kyle, tell us a little bit about the first half.
Again, the Red Wolves just counting on their strength in numbers in this one, just pushing the pace, making sure there's as many possessions in this game as possible. The more possessions favors the deeper team, keeping the pressure on, although I suspect they'll back off a bit in the second half. A lot of people contributing. On a quick glance, Daisha Boyd and Kristen Miller already with 10 points, and seems like everyone who's played, if they haven't scored, they've at least contributed in some way. So just a very nice start to this game for the Red Wolves.
All right, and we'll have some of the halftime stats here in just a moment. Once again, the Red Wolves lead 50-25 at the end of the first half, and I'll go ahead and do a rundown here on the stats at halftime. For the field goal percentage, Cincinnati Clermont shooting 9 of 28 at 32%. The Red Wolves shooting 18 of 41 for 43.9%. In three-point range, the Cougars are 0 for 5, and the Red Wolves are 3 of 9 for 33%. At the free throw line, the Cougars are 7 of 9, shooting 77%, and the Red Wolves 11 of 12, shooting 91.67% at the free throw line. In the rebounding category, the Cougars have 17, 5 on offense, 12 on defense, and the Red Wolves have 24 rebounds in the game, 9 on offense, 15 on defense. For the Cougars, they have 2 assists, 3 steals, 19 turnovers, and 2 blocks, along with 9 team fouls in the first half. The Red Wolves had 9 assists, 12 steals, 12 turnovers, 1 block, and 12 team fouls in the first half. Taking a look at some of the leaders. Scoring leader right now for the Cougars is Tess Jenneke with 18. And the leading scorer for the Red Wolves, Kristen Miller, with 10 here at halftime. Jenneke also leads the rebounding category for the Cougars with 4. And in the rebound category for the Red Wolves, Niehoff leads it with 6. Lawson has 1 assist for the Cougars, and Kristen Miller has 3 for the Red Wolves. Bench scoring for the Cougars, they have 3 points, 12 points in the paint, 4 points off of second chance points, and 10 points off of turnovers. The Red Wolves have 24 on bench scoring, 28 points in the paint, 9 second chance points, and 20 points off of turnovers in the first half. Here for the halftime show, we have a little bit of yesterday's game. It was a 14-2 run for the Red Wolves. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes on the Red Wolves Sports Network. We hope you enjoyed this halftime show right here on the IU East Red Wolves Sports Network. All right, Red Wolves have the ball inbounded, and bringing up the ball for IU East is Kristen Miller, the 5'5 freshman from Ottawa Glandorf High School in Ohio. Brooke Packer with the ball over on the left side. Boyd with an out top now. Back over the left side with Miller. Shot clock down to 5. And Miller puts up a layup, missed underneath the basket. So under 5 minutes to play here at Wilberforce University. The Red Wolves have a 28-22 lead. Chanel Davis has the ball. Now up top to Kendra Moss. 3-point shot here by Otto. Rolls off the back of the rim, rebounded by Campbell. Goes down the floor, but no one home. And it's going to be out of bounds. Wilberforce basketball. So 4:13 to play. And the ball over on the right side of the floor with Chanel Davis. Now out on top with Moss. Over to the left side. Pass inside to Corley. She's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Only the 3rd team foul on IU East. And Kyle, who was that foul?
It was on Kinsey Seiler. I know McKenzie. Wow, that's a lot of Kinseys and McKenzies. Mackenzie Campbell was coming in to help, but they nailed Kinsey Seiler with the personal.
All right, so Corley, the 6'2 junior, at the line to shoot 2. First free throw off the mark. First free throw shooter in the ball game for the Bulldogs. Second free throw, no good. Down in the right corner with Boyd. Puts up the 3. This one in, 31-22.
Nice swing for the Red Wolves there. Could have been down to 4 if Wilberforce had hit those free throws. Instead, it's up to 9. Now let's see if IU East can push it up to double digits before halftime.
Ball over on the right side with Davis trapped by, looked like Miller over there, the defender. Now over the left side, no one there, and it'll be IU East basketball out of bounds. Jasmine Johnson back in for the Bulldogs. And it's actually going to be Wilberforce basketball out of bounds.
I think Daisha Boyd got a hand on it on the deflection.
Shot clock at 10. And shot there by Chanel Davis, no good. They got their own offensive rebound, so the shot clock has reset. And it's going to be out of bounds. So 3:05 to play here at Wilberforce University. The Red Wolves up by 9, 31-22. Miller bringing the ball up the floor, crosses half-court line. Campbell ran down the floor beside her on the right side. And they're going to call an offensive foul there on Seiler. So she had a little bit of an elbow involved in that play.
More for the way it looked than what actually happened. I mean, she definitely swung the elbow. I'm not disputing that. I didn't think she made any contact whatsoever, but it was one of those where I think they saw what they saw as opposed to what happened.
It's going to be a foul called there on the Red Wolves. This one's going to go against Brooke Packer. Her first, team's 5th on IU East. That's going to put Kendra Moss at the line to shoot 2. The Bulldogs 0 for 2 from free throw range in tonight's ball game. She has a chance to knock down the first one for Wilberforce. This one rattles in and out. Her first time at the line, 0 for 1.
If memory serves, they struggled a bit from the free throw line when they're in Richmond as well. It almost didn't matter because they got a lot of the offensive rebounds off the missed free throws and got additional chances at it. But IU East has cleaned up the rebounding efforts in this game, so 0 for 4 and not getting any more chances after that.
Pass inside to Campbell, a little bit of contact there, but she's still able to lay it in, 33-22.
In football terms, she broke 3 tackles on her way to that basket.
Packer bringing the ball down the floor this time for IU East. Puts this one up. It's going to be off the mark and rebounded by the Bulldogs. It's going to be IU East basketball out of bounds with 2:06 left. Find Boyd. She puts up the 3 from the left corner. This one off the rim. And rebounded by Moss. Campbell with the ball now, brings it up the floor. 1:49 to play. A little bit of a stutter there, pulls back at the free throw line, puts it up. And now 35-22.
It's 14 for McKenzie, still the only player in the game in double figures. Going with 4 rebounds as well, possibly on her way to a double-double.
Ball down in the left corner. Shot up by number 35, Kendra Moss, off the mark. Packer with the ball. One of the Bulldog players down on the floor inside the half-court circle. Shot by Packer is good. And it's 37-22 with 1:10 to play. Thomas calling the play out top with the ball. Davis set up in the corner, open. Stolen away here by Packer. And the one for Packer. The foul goes on Kendra Moss, her second, team's 8th. And that's going to put Packer at the line to shoot 1. Packer right now has 6 points in the game. Chance to make it 7 here. Knock down a free throw for IU East. First free throw up and in. 40-22, 45 seconds to play, shot clock at 26. Davis with the ball. And Campbell with the steal. Takes it to the basket. She's going to go to the line, shoot two with a hard hit there on the foul.
I missed that foul, Caleb.
I did too.
I know it ended with a 2. I'm not sure who was in there. I'll have to check that at the half.
It'll either be Brittany Thomas or Jasmine Johnson. Either way, Campbell at the line to shoot two with 30.6. Campbell knocks down her first free throw of the game, 41-22. Chance to make it a 20-point ball game going into the locker room. 42-22 after the made free throw there by Campbell. Game clock down to 25. Right now about less than a second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. Will stay Wilberforce basketball. And the shot clock at 16, game clock at 16.1, so now we know the exact differential. Corley scores down low, makes it 42-24. Boyd gets the ball inbound to Campbell. 2 seconds, puts up a half-court shot, and this one short. So it's 42-24 at the half.
Sometimes I think the fates must grin as we denounce and insist. The only reason we can't win is the fates themselves that miss. Yet there lives on an ancient claim, we win or lose within ourselves. The shiny trophies on our shelves can never win tomorrow's game. You and I know deeper down, there's always a chance to win the crown. But when we fail to give our best, we simply haven't met the test of giving all and saving none until the game is really won. Of showing what is meant by grit, of fighting on when others quit, of playing through, not letting up. It's bearing down that wins the cup, of taking it and taking more until we gain the winning score, of dreaming there is a goal ahead, of hoping when our dreams are dead, of praying when our hopes have fled, yet losing, not afraid to fall if bravely we have given all. For who can ask more of a man than giving all within his span? Giving all, it seems to me, is not so far from victory. And so the fates are seldom wrong, no matter how they twist and wind. It is you and I who make our fates. We open up or close the gates, on the road ahead or the road behind.
And welcome back to IU East Women's Basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. I'm Caleb Gillock along with Kyle Wright. Right now the Red Wolves lead 50-25 at halftime. We'll give you a rundown of the scoring for both teams. Right now, scoring for the Cougars, Tess Jenneke with 18, Marie Lawson with 4, Maggie Malone with 2, and Mackenzie Carrington with 1 point. That's for the University of Cincinnati Clermont Cougars. And for the Red Wolves right now, all but 3 players that are eligible to play right now, even excluding the hurt player for the Red Wolves, Taylor Hatfield. So she's not able to score, of course, being injured right now. But all the players that can play right now, all but 3 of them have scored. Scoring for the Red Wolves right now, leading the way is both Kristen Miller and Daisha Boyd with 10 points. Also scoring for the Red Wolves, Mackenzie Campbell with 9. Then you have Bailey Dryman with 5. Caitlin Dobbins with 4. Kinsey Seiler with 4. And Mackenzie Bowles, she has 6 points for the Red Wolves. So, Kyle, what do you expect to see here in the second half between these two teams?
I'm curious what the goals will be. I got to assume half-court execution. I imagine they probably won't call a lot of set plays, don't want to have too much for potential opponents to scout, but I assume probably won't press a whole lot longer with the score being what it is. So just be looking for good, crisp, clean execution in the half court, and looking for crisp, clean effort on the defensive end. Being up 25, the outcome of the game should be safe. You just want to maintain a strong level of play the rest of the remaining 20 minutes.
Well, of course, there are 31 combined turnovers in this matchup. The Red Wolves had 12 of those of 19. Like you said, I'm sure both teams want to clean things up on the turnover end here in the second half. So we're about ready to go. The Cougars are about ready to come out of their huddle, and the Red Wolves have a 25-point lead coming out of halftime, their largest lead of the game. And inbounding the ball for the Cougars is going to be number 23. That's Brooke Cataro. She has 3 fouls. She was put on the bench early on in the first half due to being in foul trouble in the first half. Right now the ball with Jenicky over to the right wing. And that's going to be traveling on her, so a turnover to start the second half for the Cougars. Dryman will inbound the ball right now in for the Red Wolves. You have Dryman, King, Miller, Campbell, and Niehoff. Campbell for 3 from the right corner. This one up and in, 53-25. Ball inbounds to Finn, and bringing the ball up the floor down to Cataro. Back to Cataro from Walsa. She'll miss the shot, and it's rebounded by number 11. That's Megan Malone. And she'll go line to shoot, too.
Kerrigan Niehoff with the foul. That is her second.
Niehoff has not yet scored for the Red Wolves. Her and Packer along with Tia King. First free throw for Malone up and in.
Malone with 3 on the afternoon, looking to make it 4.
Here's the second free throw with 19:24 to play here in the second half. Rebounded by Niehoff off the miss.
You mentioned Kerrigan scoreless on points, but she does have 7 rebounds.
There's Tia King with a basket for the Red Wolves. 55-26. Ball to Lawson. Jenicky over on the left wing. Malone right now with the ball on the right wing. Back out top to Cataro, over to Jenicky on the left side. And Niehoff able to pick off the pass, brings it down the floor. Beats Jenicky and lays this one in, makes it 57-26. And a timeout taken by the Cougars. It's a full timeout. The Red Wolves have a 57-26 lead with 18:42 to go in the second half. We'll be right back with more women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they had already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
Welcome back to women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Lawson with the ball out on top of the key, over to the left side to Cataro, trying to get the ball across to Malone. Back over to Cataro. Cataro to Malone for the 3 off the right side of the window, rebounded by Niehoff. Jumper there by Tia King. 4 points for her now and makes the score 59-26. Lawson with the ball, now gives it to Buemi, who puts up a 3, no good. Rebounded by the Red Wolves. Campbell brings the ball up the floor, passes off to Niehoff. Back to Campbell. Down to Dryman. And a fake three by Miller, but Dryman called for 3 seconds in the lane. (59-26) with 17:43 to play.
Oh,
and Miller's going to be called for a foul as he slides into Buemi. It's Miller's second, team second on the Red Wolves in the second half. The ball inbounds, and it's going to be picked up there by Guittaro, but she's out of bounds, so it'll be Red Wolf basketball in the backcourt. I'm going to say there's no tip, so it's going to be underneath the Red Wolves basket to Niehoff. She'll score now with 4 points. 61-26 with 17:28 to play. Lawson with the ball, now up to Guittaro. Pass inside to Finn, and a foul called on the Red Wolves. This one's going to be on, looks like Mackenzie Campbell. That's,
I think, her fourth.
I have her
or three.
third.
You're correct. That's three.
Her third, team's third on the Red Wolves. Guittaro inbounds the ball, but it's going to be picked off by Niehoff down the floor to Miller, who will put this one up, lay it in, 63-26. Yeah, that's going to be another timeout taken by Clermont, and this one is a full timeout as well. So the Red Wolves lead 63-26 with 17:09 to play. Very back with more women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they had already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
Back to women's basketball on the Red Wolves Sports Network. Right now, the Red Wolves up by 37 with the score of 63-26. 17:09 to play here in the second half. Right now, the Cougars have the ball. Lawson brings it up the floor, crosses the half-court line, gives it to Guittaro. And is going to try to go over to Finn and over to the right corner with Buemi, who fights to hang on to the ball. Dryman's able to get the steal, and here's Mackenzie Campbell bringing the ball down the floor, takes it up the middle of the lane. It's going to get blocked, but Niehoff was able to get there and kick out to Miller, who's hit there on the three-point shot, but no call. And a missed shot there for the Cougars. Campbell has the ball. Niehoff and Miller down on the floor. And just like that from Campbell to Miller to Niehoff. (65-26), 16:15 to play in the second half.
And Niehoff all of a sudden with 8 points, a few moments, all of those in the second half, all these in these 3 minutes.
And that's going to be offensive foul on the Cougars. This one's going to go against Kelsey Finn. That's her second, team's first on the Cougars. Miller brings the ball down the floor, takes it underneath the basket, but gives it to Tia King. And Tia King scores. She has 6 points here in the second half.
17-1 run to start the half for IU East.
Three-point shot by Guittaro off the back of the rim, rebounded by Niehoff. And was that Tia King?
It was Tia with her 8th point of the ball game. Also for her on the second half.
69-26, 15:22 to play. Stolen away by Miller. She brings the ball down the floor, lays it up right-handed. And now it's 71-26. You know, Kyle, right now, it's not that the Red Wolves are running the score up. It's just the Red Wolves are playing. They're outplaying
the whole 10 players against 7 or 8 that we were talking about earlier, I mean, that's seems like it's taking a toll now. I mean, IU East is getting down the floor at normal speed, and it's resulting in 3-on-1 breaks, and they drop back into half-court defense. Sometimes it's tougher to be on this end of it than on the other end of it.
Campbell's going to be fouled on the way up and go to the line for 2. And the foul is going to be on number 13. That's Marie Lawson. It's her second, team second on the Cougars. And, of course, Campbell at the line. Her second time at the line. She's 2 of 2 for the 5'8 freshman from Rushville Consolidated High School. First free throw up and in. Now 3 of 3 at the line. And Dobbins and Seiler back in for the Red Wolves. Score is 72-26. So Boyd, Bowles, Dobbins, Seiler, and Campbell all in for the Red Wolves. And now Brooke Packer in to take out, looks like, Mackenzie Campbell. (73-26), 14:35 in the second half. Down to Buemi. And off the side of the backboard, and Boyd is able to get the ball. Off-balance shot there by Dobbins, but Seiler trying to get the rebound. And here is the Cougars ball with Buemi. Back out to Finn. Over to Katara. 3-point shot by Buemi off the mark. Kinsey Bowles takes it inside the lane, gives it to Kinsey Seiler. She's going to go to the line, shoot 2. And this foul is going to be on Brooke Kataro, her 4th. Team's 3rd on the Cougars. First free throw here by Seiler is good.
I thought it bounced out.
Did it bounce out? Maybe. I've got scoreboard lights and stuff, so maybe it did bounce out.
Viewers, you can rewind it at home and let us know.
73-26 with 13:45 to play.
Janicki checks back in with 18 points for Clermont. That was the other factor in that IU East run. Janicki was taking a rest during that time, and she's the most legitimate scoring threat that the Cougars had. That made scoring tough for UC Clermont, which was resulting in easier opportunities for IU East.
Ball over to Finn, who puts up a jumper, no good, rebounded by Janicki. And Janicki able to score, and now 73-28.
It was a all told 23-1 run to start the second half for IU East before that shot.
Kinsey Bowles, shot off the mark. Boyd able to get the rebound. Brooke Packer was trying to get the ball, but stolen there by number 11, Malone. And here's a shot by Finn. This one goes in. Now 73-30.
And we'll also say just appreciation to UC Clermont for scheduling this game. If you have the original IUE schedule cards there, this game's not on there, and a game January 4th against, I believe it was Miami Hamilton, was on there. Miami Hamilton unable to play that game. UC Clermont able to step up basically at the last minute to even give us an opponent on this day. So appreciation to the Cougars for being available to play this game.
Fouls on number 15, Mackenzie Carrington, her first, team's fourth on the Cougars. Mackenzie Bowles at the line, first free throw off the mark. She's now 2 of 3 at the line. And here's the second free throw. This one up and in. Now it's 74-30. Malone with the ball inside the lane, puts up a shot, rebounded by Bowles, and she's going to be fouled. And that foul goes on number 11, Maggie Malone. That's her third. Team's fifth on the Cougars. The Red Wolves up by 44. Pass down low to Bowles, over to Brooke Packer. The only player on the floor that hasn't scored in the game. Boyd will score underneath the basket, 76-30.
Boyd now with 12. Those are her first points of this half.
11:54 to play. Lawson inside, but it's going to be out of bounds and stay IU East basketball. Timeout taken by the Cougars. So IU East leads 76-30 with 11:50 to play. We'll be right back with more women's basketball on the Red Wolf Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Ramachandran, the region's only hand specialist at Reed Orthopedic Center. Patients love how easy it is having everything under one roof and how easy it is to get here. Right here at Reed Orthopedic Center, right here in Richmond.
Dylan Newman had a terrible dislocated shoulder after a bad dirt bike accident. The long-term solution, surgery and intense rehab.
I trusted Reed Orthopedics because they'd already fixed my ankle. And within 4 months of my surgery, Dr. Miller and my Reed therapist, April, helped me to regain my motion and most of my strength. Thanks to Reed Ortho, I can get back to what I love. It's all about trust. Right, Dr. Miller?
Right here at Reed.
Right here in Richmond.
And welcome back to IU East women's basketball on the Red Wolf Sports Network. Right now, the Red Wolves up by 46, 76-30, with 11:50 to play here in the second half in Batavia, Ohio. Right now, the Red Wolves just playing basketball. They're not trying to run the score up on the Cougars, but as we've mentioned, the Cougars only have 7 players here today, and the Red Wolves, about 10 on the bench, and so you've got a lot more to choose from for the Red Wolves and able to rest your players more often.
Yeah, football terms, use the running game early, it wears them down late. That's essentially what the Red Wolves have done. Use the running game early, and it has worn down the Cougars late.
Kenzie Seiler with the ball, puts up a short jumper. This one's going to be no good, rebounded by the Cougars. Over to the right corner with Carrington, picked off by Dobbins. She's going to bring the ball up the right side of the floor, and it's going to pass over to Kenzie Seiler, down to Daisha Boyd. Boyd will put this one up, get her own rebound, and this one falls 78-30. Right now, with the ball is Lawson out on top of the key. Over to the left side with Carrington. She's going to take it to the basket, put this one up, and it's 78-32. Boyd inbounds the ball to Dobbins. Back to Boyd, down to half court, and that's going to be a backcourt violation on Kenzie Seiler.
She knew at the moment it left her hands, I think.
Yeah. Still 10:43 to play in the second half. The Red Wolves up 78-32. Thought about taking a three-point shot was Malone. There's going to be a kick called. And going to be out of bounds, Cougar basketball. And a three-point shot by Lawson is going to be off the back of the rim, rebounded by Packer. Down to Dobbins. Brooke Packer's not yet hit a shot in this, or has not scored in this game. Back to Packer. She takes it to the lane, lays this one up off the back of the rim. No good. And this foul is going to be called on Daisha Boyd. That's her first. Team's fourth on IU East. Still 10:06 to play in the second half. Boyd down the floor to Dobbins. She gets the ball. And it's going to be a foul on the Cougars.
Like Lawson got hit with that one, that'd be her third.
78-32. Ball inbounds to Packer. Packer trying to get a hold of the ball, and it's going to be stolen by Boyd. Back to Packer. Packer goes up. This one off the rim, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. And this foul was on number 11. That's Maggie Malone, her fourth. So Packer at the line, the 5'11 freshman. This one off the rim, no good. Here's the second free throw by Packer. This one up and in. So now all of the Red Wolves have scored in the game. 79-32. Back over to Lawson, now over to Jenneke, into the corner to Carrington, puts up the three, this one off the rim. Brooke Packer for three, this one up and off the back of the rim. She's going to get her own rebound out in three-point range. And Mackenzie Bowles with the ball. Go to the right side with Seiler. Back out to Bowles on top of the key. Dobbins set up to shoot a three. She takes it. This one's off the back of the rim as well. Rebounded by Packer. Back to Dobbins. Inside to Seiler. And Seiler's going to be caught traveling, and it's going to be Cougar basketball with 9:02 left. Right now the ball with Guttaro. She has 4 fouls, passes inside to Finn. Gets this one to fall, 79-34.
4 points as well as 4 rebounds for Finn.
Steal there by Finn. Is going to bring the ball down the floor. Takes it inside the lane. Lays this one up, 79-36. Dobbins with the ball. Passes over to the right corner to Mackenzie Bowles. Brooke Packer with the ball. Inside to Dobbins. Takes it to the basket, puts this one up. No good. Three-point shot there by number 15. It's actually going to be called a 2. That's by Carrington. 79-38 with 7:52 to go. Mackenzie Bowles with the ball. He's trapped. The ball is stolen by Jenneke. And it's going to be all ball out of bounds. Kerrigan Niehoff coming back in for IU East. She'll replace Kinsey Seiler. Three-point shot by Jenneke on top of the key. This one's good, 79-41. Daisha Boyd with the ball. Down the right side of the floor in the lane. This one off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Carrington. Kerrigan Niehoff tried to get the steal. It's going to be a foul on Niehoff. It'll be her third. Still 79-41 with 7:15 to play. 5 team fouls on the Red Wolves. And the free throw by Finn up and in. And King and Dryman, along with Miller and Campbell, all back in for the Red Wolves.
IU East has 10 players available, so presumably they'll just sub 5 in, 5 out the rest of the way.
Second free throw for Finn is good. 79-43 with 7:13 to play. Miller brings the ball down the floor, passes off to King. She takes the three. This one off the rim, rebounded by Campbell, puts this one in.
Campbell's got 16 for the afternoon.
Over the left side with Carrington, now back out to Kataro. Picked off by Miller. She's going to run down the floor and lay this one up right-handed, score 83-43. .6:38 to play, 83-43. Lawson passed the ball over to Kataro. Jenicky to Lawson. Back to Jenicky. This one from free throw range, no good. Bailey Dryman with the ball back out to Mackenzie Campbell. Looked like they're trying to set her up for the three. It's going to be a foul, and this one's going to be against number 5. That's Kelsey Finn. She picks up her third. Team's 8th on the Cougars. And that's going to put Niehoff at the line for the 1-and-1. First one up and in for Niehoff. Now 84-43 with 6:16 left. This one off the back of the rim and rebounded by the Red Wolves. Tia King with the ball over to Miller. Miller to Niehoff. Kenzie Campbell with the ball inside to Niehoff. Back over to Dryman on the right side. She's going to be caught stepping on the line. It'll be Cougar basketball. 6:01 to play here in the second half. Lawson with the ball. Back over to Jenicky, who puts up one inside the arc. This one's good. 84-45. Miller brings the ball down the floor. This one rolls in. That's going to make it 86-45. Ball with Kataro. Now over to Carrington. Back to Kataro. She's going to take a three. The shot was flat and off the mark. Campbell for three. This one's good. Makes it 89-45. Three-point shot by Carrington's good. Makes it 89-48. And that's going to be a foul on Lawson. And that's Lawson's fourth. Team's ninth on the Cougars. Kristen Miller at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Miller is 1 for 1 at the line. And the first shot of the 1-and-one's good. Now 2 of 2 at the line. And back in for the Cougars is Maggie Malone. She has 4 fouls as well. Second free throw for Miller is good, and that makes the score 91-48.
That gives Kristen 20 points on the evening. She's the high scorer for the Red Wolves at the moment. Mackenzie Campbell's got 19, so I guess a little suspense there who will wind up being the high scorer for IU East by the end of this.
Tia King with the ball down the right side of the floor, finds Miller, and she's going to score a layup 93-48. Kataro with the ball. Over to Malone. 3-point shot by Kataro, off the mark, rebounded by Campbell. Mackenzie Campbell with the ball. Now Bailey Dryman. She goes to the lane, passes out to Niehoff. Back to Campbell. Shot clock down to 15. 3-point shot for Mackenzie Campbell. Knocks this one down, 96-48. Ball with Janicki. Now out to Kataro. And this one missed by Finn. Miller with the ball over on the left wing. Shot clock down to 15. Niehoff with the ball. Mackenzie Campbell for the three. This one off the rim, and Bailey Dryman's going to get the ball back to Campbell. And there's going to be a foul on this one. It's going to be well, we'll see who it's called on. It's not on the board yet. There. It's going to be on 21. That's Janicki. That's her first. Team's 10th, and score is 98-48. So who was that shot there by, Kyle?
Tia King made the basket off the pass by Mackenzie.
So I'll put King at the line for one. Tia King has not shot a free throw in the game yet. First free throw up off the front end of the rim, rebounded by Packer, back to King. (98-48), 2:51 to play. And that's going to be a travel on Tia King. Stops the clock at 2:39, and Katara will inbound the ball to Malone. Lawson back in for the Cougars. Malone brought the ball down the floor. Now over to Janicki on the left side. Back to Lawson. She goes left, hands off to Janicki. Over to Kataro. Now back over to Malone. Inside to Janicki. This one's going to have a foul. She'll go to the line for two. And this is the 6th team foul on the Red Wolves. It's Seiler's 4th. First free throw for Janicki, up and in, and now 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Or 7 of 7, excuse me. And I'll make that 8 for 8.
She's got 27 total, so she's going to raise her average after this afternoon.
Daisha Boyd with the ball. Over to Seiler. Packer now has the ball and picked up her dribble. She gives the ball to Bowles. Back over to Dobbins. Finds Mackenzie Seiler. Daisha Boyd to Packer. Packer takes it to the hoops. Going to be fouled and one. So it's now 100-50. The foul is on number 21, Tess Janicki, and that's her second. Puts Packer at the line to shoot one. First free throw, or the only free throw there for Packer. That's good. 101-50.
Not only has everyone scored for IU East, everyone's got at least 4 points. Brooks got 4 after that 3-point play.
3-point shot there by Lawson, off the mark, rebounded by Boyd.
First time over the century mark for the Red Wolves in their first NAI season.
Packer with the ball, and it's going to be traveling called on the Red Wolves. Minute 26 to play, up by 51. It's not something you get to say a whole lot. Ball out on top, three-point shot there by Lawson. 1:05 to go. Packer with the ball out top. Back to Seiler, shot clock at 12. And Boyd for three, this one off the rim and rebounded by the Cougars. With 36.4 left to play in the second half, the score 101-50. And the shot clock at 23, so about a 10-second differential. Carrington with the ball to Lawson, puts this one up, no good. And a shot there by Katara. .20 seconds left, no shot clock. Daisha Boyd with the ball, so I imagine the Red Wolves will just run this out here. Down to 10. And screen there by Kenzie Seiler. And that's going to be the ball game. So the Red Wolves will improve to 11-7 on the season after a 101-52 victory over the University of Cincinnati Clermont Cougars. Kyle, tell us a little bit about today's game.
Well, Red Wolves did what they had to do. Again, the numbers advantage, the depth, the pressure defense throughout the first half kind of wore the Cougars down in the second half, so the Red Wolves were able to expand the score out to what it rounded up being. But one of those games where everyone got a chance to play, everyone got a chance to contribute. I think everyone scored at least 4 points. For those that are into such milestones, reached the 100-point mark for the first time. Let's see, we're coordinating our post-game visit with Coach Selhorst right now. Let's see how well we can coordinate hand signals. But again, one of those things where everyone got to play, everyone got to contribute. You get a win, so for the next 6 days, be thinking about a win instead of a loss. So took care of business today.
All right, well, we'll give a rundown of some of the stats here while Coach Selhorst is on her way over. The Red Wolves shot 38 of 75 from field goal range, shooting 50.67%. They also were 33% from three-point range off of 6 of 18 shooting. From free-throw range, they were 19 of 26 at 73%, and rebounds, they had 49, 18 on offense, 31 on defense. The Red Wolves also had 22 assists, 20 steals, 21 turnovers, 1 block, and 18 total team fouls for the Red Wolves here in the game against Cincinnati Clermont. And it is time for our post-game show. Coming up for the post-game show is going to be number 25. That's Caitlin Dobbins. She had 4 points in today's matchup. Caitlin, thanks for joining me. Of course, a great win today, 101-52. Tell us a little bit about today's game.
Well, we were just working on coming out and working on our defense, definitely, and just trying to get better for upcoming games and not like putting them down or anything, but we just knew we had to work on our defense.
So, of course, you had to work on defense today, but were there other things that you guys were trying to work on as well?
We were working on definitely our offense as well, and the people who not as much playing time, or we were working on like our shots and stuff, and like moving the ball and working on like getting layups and stuff.
It was a fairly easy win today, but after yesterday's loss against Rio, what does this win mean to the team?
It means a lot. It means that we can bounce back from like a loss like that and know that we can keep our head in the game even though like we lost like kind of bad.
All right, well, thank you for joining me, Caitlin. Congratulations on a great win. Once again, 101-52. And if Coach Selhorst wants to join in also for the post-game show, we'll give her a second to dry off the headphones after Caitlin was just up here after getting out of the game. Coach, congratulations on a great win today. Tell us a little bit about today's game.
Well, today we, I think Caitlin already said it, we really focused on defense. We didn't even talk about offense before the game or at halftime. We wanted to focus on defense. So you can obviously tell with they had 32 turnovers and our 21 turnovers. Boy, we weren't working on offense at all right there. Great job on the boards. I'm just getting the stat sheet right now. So, it was a good win, a good team win all the way around. And, obviously we tried to get some other kids in the game to get them some experience because you never know when your number's going to be called. So,
now, coming into today's game, did you know that it would be such an easy win today?
No, definitely not. We wanted to focus on defense, and we know that number 21, she's a tough player. She can pretty much do it all. So, and obviously she lit us up for 27 points. So, we wanted to work on our stuff today. That's how I feel we can bounce back after a loss like yesterday. Was, we talked yesterday and defense struggled. So. That's what we wanted to focus on today, and I want the girls to see that when you focus on defense, then your offense will come.
A little bit of time off before the next game. What are some of the things that you'll be working on in practice this week?
Well, we got to get ready for Kokomo. It's another big game. They are very similar to this team. So, we're going to keep that focus. But we start school tomorrow, so I want the girls to kind of get the right mentality and focus on their classes for the next 2 days. And we play back-to-back, so I'm going to let them have a couple days off here.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining me, and congratulations once again on another great win. 101-52 was the final score here today in Batavia, Ohio, against the University of Cincinnati Clermont. Leading the way in scoring for the Red Wolves was Kristen Miller with 22. Tess Janicki led the way for the Cougars with 27 points. Kerrigan Niehoff was the leading rebounder for the Red Wolves with 10, and Finn was the leading rebounder for the Cougars with 5. Leading the way in assists for the Red Wolves, Kristen Miller with 6, and Lawson had 4 for the Cougars. For the Clermont Cougars, they had 11 points in bench scoring, 20 points in the paint, and 9 second chance points, and 23 points off of turnovers. The Red Wolves had 33 points off of bench scoring, 58 points in the paint, 15 second chance points, and 40 points off of turnovers. So the Red Wolves advanced to 10-7 or 11-7 now on the season after today's win. And it was a great win for the Red Wolves coming off of yesterday's loss. So once again, a great win for the Red Wolves, 101-52. And they're going to get a little bit of time off before their next game against Kokomo. So the Red Wolves take the win here in Batavia, Ohio. Thanks for Kyle Wright, our broadcast engineer and commentator. And I'm Caleb Gillock, the voice of your IU East Red Wolves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.